Hi there, so this is going to be my March come plan with me for my bullet journal. I realised in my February one I didn't actually say hello at any point. I don't know whether you like that or not. Does it matter? I don't know. So I thought I would say hello this time before I started. So this month is going to be quite floral orientated. I started bringing in sprinklings of spring despite Scotland being freezing still, and I hope you enjoy it. First of all, I would like to say I know this is going up a week into March, but I've been caught up with other things and it's better late than never. I am going to be using my Tombow pens today along with the blending one. I'm trying to get that kind of watercolour effect, a kind of floral design with washed out colours rather than really block colours. I just started off taking a yellow pen, trying to get a dandelion look. That's actually what I'm doing there, filling out all these little blobs just to make it look like a nice dandelion head. I also filled out some of the centres of the flowers with yellow so it looked like pollen as well. Then went in with the blending pen and just washed over that a little bit so that there was still a little bit background colour and it wasn't just dots. Last month I'd done peonies in my monthly calendar spread and I really liked how they turned out, so I thought I would do a few really big peonies in different colours for the front page of this layout. It's difficult because at this time of year in Scotland, as I say, we're still not quite there yet. We're still dealing with quite cold weather at times. But I thought it would be nice to bring in some of these floral spring colours in the hope that we start seeing some more sun soon. The daylight hours have got better, but it still doesn't feel like I can be wearing bare ankles and summer dresses just yet. I tried to create a kind of pansy here. I think I probably shouldn't have outlined this flower. I maybe should have just used a softer pink colour. It still turned out okay, but I would have preferred it if I didn't have quite as bold an outline. I always think that pansies and things like that always look like little faces. I've always thought that since I watched Alice in Wonderland when I was younger. I just then went in and put some foliage in, added in some different colours and other little areas. As you can see here, this is the wreath that I ended up with. Now, as I've said before, my hand lettering isn't fantastic, but I learned something, or I saw something on Instagram about a woman saying that you don't need to do a constant line, all in one joined up writing and have the pen on the page at all times. And I've found by practicing this and lifting the pen off the page has been working a little bit better for me. I did pencil in March 1st just to give me a better chance of actually having this turn out quite nicely. But as you can see here, I lift my pen off the page quite a lot, which I found works much better for me. It's still not perfect, I know, but getting a little better. I then go in with a black fine line pen and just kind of bring out more of the details in the character. So I started to circle some of the parts of the dandelion just to make it jump out a little bit more. I didn't outline every single aspect of the flowers and foliage that I'd already drawn. I just added in small parts of detail with the black so it had a bit more of a 3D effect. I wanted it to look more like an illustration rather than a watercolour or a straight up just drawing of a flower. I then outlined the parts of March to just get it standing off the page a little bit, but I maybe feel like I should have went in a bit more and done a bit more on that. For my monthly spread, I'll be doing the same size of boxes. My boxes are 5x6 and I just really love this layout. I explained in my last plan with me that I love this kind of layout. It really makes me be more motivated. I then went down the side again with some more kind of floral watercolour effects, added in some foliage. I just thought this would be really nice to carry on the theme. The pen here that I'm using is actually different. This is one of these zip markers, I think. I'll link below any of the pens that I've used. I wasn't trying to be too neat when I was doing this. I wanted it to look a little bit sketchy, as I say, more like an illustration rather than a perfect drawing. Added a little daisy on the end. I just added in a few more floral aspects throughout as well. I really like bringing in little parts into the actual spread of the calendar as well. And again, I just went in with a black line pen to bring out a little bit more definition to the floral aspects. As you know, I freehand my boxes. It works well for me. I like it that way. I like it looking a little bit rough and ready. I really liked how the flowers turned out on the left hand side, and then I just put March along over the top of my handwriting as well. I'm just filling out my habit tracker here. I've spoke about this before my previous plan with me videos. I just fill out calendar boxes for every single habit that I want to track. I've found this works best for me and I do actually stick to it as opposed to listing it. Last month I spoke about putting in aims each month. This has really worked for me. I felt in February that I managed to keep track of anything that I was wanting to do. Gym twice a week wasn't fantastic, but I really struggle with doing shift work and being able to go to the gym twice a week. I work from 7 in the morning and I don't get home till 8 at night, and sometimes going to the gym on my day off is just the last thing I want to do. So I think I'm going to change that one to exercise at least twice a week. The meal planning each week, again, has been a bit of a struggle just with the kind of shifts I do in night shift. So I think I'm going to do that as meal plan for work, because if I'm on 3 or 4 shifts in a row, it's very easy to eat a lot of nonsense. So I'm going to go in and change that one to plan for meals at work each week. I decided to make my bullet points little flowers. I really quite like the way this has turned out. And as you can see here, I'm just going to change that to exercise twice a week. With regards to making a video every week, I'm still going to try and stick to that because I've really been enjoying it. Declutter. I'm going to try and hold an event, a kind of swap shop event, and obviously everybody in 2019 seems to be wanting to get really Marie Kondo'd out their nut. So I'm going to try and declutter my wardrobe and my makeup in March. Now for my weekly spread this month, I was looking for some inspiration on Instagram, and Lily Luna Crafts Co., I believe she's from Edinburgh, had put up a spread that was kind of on an angle, and she'd used some feathers, and I really liked the way it was laid out. I'm going to stick to my floral theme, but I really liked the shape of it, so I just wanted to give her some credit because that's kind of where I got the idea from this from. On her spread, she also put like tiny little dots throughout the boxes, whereas I'm just going to keep them to the top of the box. So as I said, I'm just going to keep the little dots just to the top of the box. I thought it would look too busy if I included them in every single outline. I kept the days of the week really simple, just put in kind of wash of colour and then just hand lettered them, just, you know, capital letters really. Nothing too fancy. Given that this is being filmed before I actually started recording for this, I have been using this spread this week and I've been really enjoying it. Every time I look at it, it kind of picks me up a little bit and it makes me feel really good. I decided to keep this for capitals to go along with the days of the week. And I always add in my little steps trackers, my tiny footprints. So that is my March spread. I hope you enjoyed it. I really like the way the front page turned out. I think it looked really pretty. I love the monthly layout as well for the calendar. I think that looks great. My habit tracker isn't really going to change, I have to be honest with you. I did add in a new one at the bottom for no laptop. You probably noticed that there. I really like my aims as well. And I love this zigzag layout of the weekly spread. I think that looks really cool. I just like the way it's laid out and it makes it look a little bit different than normal. So I hope you've enjoyed that and I hope to see you again soon next month. You can follow me over on Instagram and Twitter. And I will link below the lady who I got the inspiration from for the weekly spread. Thanks guys, bye!